101X, Austin's new rock alternative, Geggy Ta, whoever you are. Finishing up after Like It or Spike It. And in the studio with me, Ween. Yes, the gentleman that I play every night, 10:30 and midnight. And so, as my loyal listeners know, I'm a very big fan of you guys. I wanted to ask you, of actually, the new album, the 12 Golden Country Greats, obviously 10 songs. Okay.
Pretty. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And then
you got to flip the CD over.
Oh, okay. Damn.
You got to arrow back after track 1.
I should have known. I should have known these things. Out of curiosity, I've noticed that like the albums prior to that were, pretty much mixed with like either 4-track or 8-track. This album seems to be technically more advanced, I guess, than the other albums. Was that intentional, or was that just the way?
Yeah, it would have been kind of hard to drag those guys into like our living room to record on the 4-track.
Here, have a seat on our sofa. Thanks a lot.
Totally.
Just put the steel, guitar anywhere, and we'll figure it out. Well, that's the Mr. Richard Smoker is a song that I play a lot off of this album. Any comments on that song?
I think that's my track of choice, actually.
Just by musicality, or was it just a fun time recording it? I mean, the whole album, I would assume, just recording with those people would be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Lots of fun.
So you guys, you recorded in Nashville with the Jordanaires as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Now that's got to be a trip.
That was a trip. That was a real trip.
Did they just walk in one day, or did you actually hound them? Did you have to?
No, they came. They came willingly, and they came in, and they were the Jordanaires, and they all gathered around a microphone, and they just did their thing.
Now they're on track 1. Is that correct?
Yeah, track 1 and
few, right?
Powder Blue, I guess.
Oh, they do Powder Blue as well.
Yeah.
I'm holding you in Powder Blue. Well, I think I'm gonna get, since you said your track of choice, and obviously my track of choice, Mr. Richard Smoker off this album. We'll do that, and then we'll come back and maybe talk about the prior albums, Pod, God Ween Satan, and whatnot, if that's all right with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Well, Ween in the studio with me. We'll be right back after this. This is Mr. Richard Smoker off of 12 Golden Country Greats on 101X.
Mr. Richard Smoker, you're a poopy poker. Chardonnay and cocaine in the spot.
101X and Ween in the studio with me, and that was Mr. Richard Smoker off of 12 Golden Country Greats. Now tonight,
I'm dancing.
Yeah, they were jumping around the room. We couldn't even control them. It was
Booly baboop. Booly baboop.
Out of curiosity, are you guys gonna be? You guys are playing the country songs tonight, correct?
Yeah, we've got a Nashville band with us for the next couple of weeks,
as well as the older material. Are you gonna throw some of that?
Yeah,
with the band.
Yeah. Totally, yeah.
So you're gonna
about half and half.
Are you gonna country fry the older songs, or?
It's. I guess you just have to see. It's really bastardized versions of all your favorite hits.
Guys,
it's not like an intentional country version of the songs,
right?
The other songs.
Yeah.
But there is steel and fiddle and everything on it. Those other tunes.
I couldn't see Fat Lenny being countryfied.
Oh, it gets far worse than Fat Lenny.
Fat Lenny.
Yeah, we try. we tried to pick the most like incongruous songs we could
strap on that jammy pack.
There's no jammy pack, but I mean that kind of thing we wouldn't even need to practice. We could just call it out.
Yeah, and just make it up as you go along.
These guys are pros,
Now, out of curiosity, on let's see, like the prior albums, I'd spoken with you guys about this. The Chocolate and Cheese album is a very attractive woman wearing a nice big gold Ween belt. And I was on the internet, and you guys actually had made a point to say that you had never met this woman before.
No.
Never?
No. Don't even know where the belt is.
Damn.
Yeah, no, we can't wait for that thing to pop up someday on the auction block at Sotheby's.
Probably get
with Jackie O's pearls. And
George Burns is actually his glasses went up at Sotheby's on the auction
the
other day, plus the Gucci case, so with his initials in it. So, any comments on the God Ween Satan? It's one of the biggest albums that I get, or one of the albums that I get the most requests off of up here is God Ween Satan. And I mean, are there any songs on there that you guys just really have any really nice stories about, or not so nice stories?
You could tell them about the Bumblebee incident.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Or not.
Yeah, I don't know that record is pretty cool. It was like our first album, so it's always got a sort of a special place. It's all it's completely retarded and over the top. It's like 80 songs on it or something.
And it was recorded in how many days? Or how long did it take you guys to record that? Pretty much
like a month.
Yeah,
maybe?
I don't even remember, man.
It was a
That
long time. It
just
was like
lot
a
of-
month and a month.
It's a
and
very
half.
hazy sort of experience making that record.
No, really?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell by listening to it. And you guys, that was recorded on what sort of, material was
We
that?
did that in Andrew Weiss's living room, actually.
Was he still
on-
was he working
on-
with the Buttholes then or no?
No, this is way back, I think,
He
when the
was-
Rollins band
yeah.
was cooking.
He was in
Mhm.
the Rollins band.
All right.
And actually, he and Rollins were making the wartime record there while we were making God Ween Satan. So it was like on the days when Rollins wasn't in there on the mic, we were in the living room. It's pretty funny.
Making music. And now you had a new producer for this last album, Ben Vaughn.
Yeah, Ben Vaughn.
Is there a reason for that you switched from Andrew Weiss to Ben Vaughn? Just
He
stylistically?
was just the man who came up with the idea,
I think,
and he knows those guys.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Ben does a lot of sessions. Nashville's a whole world unto its own, I think, recording. You know, they're all union, they all work for the union, and you're on the clock, really. They come in for 6-hour blocks, so you really have to just, have your charts or whatever
Get
and
in
have it
there.
all together. So he sort of refereed the whole thing.
So in order, to get everything done as it was, he was sort of the conduit, the point.
Yeah,
to
he
get
was
it all
he was
Yeah.
the man.
Yeah,
to get it done. Well, that's
the
great.
executive producer and producer.
And did you guys have a hand in any of the producing of the new album, or
No, it was really just. Basically, the engineer produced it.
Yeah,
You
there
know,
wasn't
We didn't
a
really
real-
pull any radical moves. We just recorded it straight.
wasn't any
Those
major
dudes
effects.
were in there for 3 days. Those guys, they were there for 3 days from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that
Like
was
it-
basically it. And
yeah,
then
one
when
of
they
the-
would leave, we would do the vocals.
The guy who really, I guess, also produced the record was Charlie McCoy, who arranged all the stuff.
including the horn part that was sent to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
really.
Played tuba too.
He was
on
pretty
the record
integral.
even.
Yeah.
Yeah, you certainly did. Completely. As far as a listener, to me, did sort of a 180 and just went into a completely different direction than before. When I was told, or when I was asking one of the Elektra reps, I was like, "Is Ween coming out with a new album?" They're like, "Yeah, it's a country album," and I kind of just went, "Cool." It'd be kind of interesting. And then I listened to the album, and it's completely a departure from what you usually do.
We didn't know we were making a record. To tell you the truth, we went down there we had a lot of the songs laying around that we knew we were going to put on our next record. And it got to the point where we had so many sort of country songs that we figured we'd go down there and do it just as a session.
Right.
And then, we couldn't really shelve it. It was too good for that, so.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. We couldn't not put it out. I see the record kind of like as a, Beach Boys Christmas record or something. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Just one of those albums
Yeah.
Pretty cool, dude.
you couldn't ignore, huh?
Yeah, you got to put it out.
All right. Well, off the first album, I'm going to play one of my favorite songs, and as
Fat
you say,
Lenny?
yes, and
Cool.
as you say, it gets much worse than that later on this evening. You guys are playing tonight at the Liberty Lunch. What time do you guys go on? I've gotten a lot of calls about
Oh, I don't even know.
Like 11.
11.
Is it?
All
Yeah,
right.
11.
Well, then everybody that I told 10:30, I lied. Sorry. So here's Fat Lenny off of God Ween Satan. Ween in here with me on 101X.
That land is gonna walk right into myself. That land is gonna see myself reflected back on myself. And that land is gonna lick the slack off a windowsill.
Fat Lenny, and guys are going to be here just for a little bit longer, and then we will bid you adieu and see you later on this evening. I'm actually getting off early tonight to come see you guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will definitely be at the show. Can't wait. I know pretty much everybody that's standing in here is going to be at the show.
Awesome.
And now you had mentioned the show is it sold out or no?
Yeah, I reckon.
Last
it's
count, it
completely
was like
sold out.
900 tickets or something, and climbing.
Oh, yes!
Pretty amazing. yeah.
Triumph at last.
Yep.
I knew my fans wouldn't let me down. There are 100 tickets left at the door. Alrighty, sweet. So, well, you guys, I really appreciate you coming up. This
That's
is
cool, dude.
This has
Yeah.
been a week of just insanity for me, waiting for this to come up and actually get a chance to say hi. So it's fantastic for me, and I know my intern Bill and Chris and Toby, who just
Yeah.
called in from work just to say hi to you guys. We really, really enjoy everything you guys have done, and I can't wait to see you tonight at Liberty
Awesome.
Lunch.
Magnificent.
Doors open around 9.
Thank you. We will do a fabulous job.
Yeah, so don't suck
It'll be
tonight. all right?
fabulous.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave now. I'll let you guys leave, but play probably the most requested Ween song by far, bar none. Voodoo Lady. I have a whole bunch of music beds that I use. Voodoo Lady is one of them. and then a whole bunch of other songs. And people always get pissed off and call me up. Oh, are you going to play the whole song or what, man? Because I'll just be talking over it. But this is Voodoo Lady off of the album Chocolate and Cheese. And again, thank you very much, guys, for coming up tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ween
Rock.
tonight at Liberty Lunch. And that's going to do it. I will be continuing with the music in just moments. Right now, Voodoo Lady by Ween on 101X.